signs at a schoolhouse
Okay.
that interviewed and updated.
Yeah.
And one-room schoolhouse with the 2 bathrooms on either side. Just toilets.
Right.
You know, so he says, Saturday night in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
You wash up as far as possible, you wash far down as possible, then you wash possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. Well, I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad it wasn't any worse than that, but that's still awful.
Yeah, I was,
Sure.
we've been working on. Saturday.
No.
Oh, I figured.
Friday.
Oh, yeah, 6 inches.
Yeah, they look at you, they kind of growl. When they're on the
Probably in miles, making the interior family, it's a mighty fine tongue.
So I got up this morning without that.
And then for John's building, I got ready.
For young buck,
Where's
this
Kevin?
poor little,
Kevin,
part of the living crap out of the road to chairs.
so
My wife
we
was
took it from the Antelope,
he got this big dirt
South
and grass
there.
up. Oh,
Nobody wants to take them up all summer.
15 miles west.
Western.
West of there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So,
Yep, I know where you are.
yeah, okay, so,
Invited 2 people
I- well,
tonight, but
yeah,
I'm gonna have to
but it's
see
all
whether or not I can get them to
the,
come next time if they're not coming tonight.
Well, good.
yeah.
Just count me as present.
Just so you can plan your day.
What?
I said just count
Father's family.
Okay.
So there's an 80, their brother owns a traditional 80, 40 north of that. Her dad had owned it. And that transferred down to the three sisters. So this Kevin's on the fourth.
Okay, and so do all 3 siblings still go?
Okay?
Do all 3 siblings still go there?
Yeah, everybody gets
I'm on the way
Everybody
home.
gets
That's great.
Jack's got the Hazel, he's got a barn down there.
Check in and not eat or anything.
I was gonna be late.
So anyway, back in there.
I will.
Growing out, raspberry and blackberry.
I'll come up there.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Taking any beer?
Yeah,
I bet.
yeah. The bears go for honey.
They don't want beers?
Oh, they probably do bears too.
Oh, yeah. Doug.
Doug.
A,
Hi,
honey, north-south.
Just get out of work?
Yeah.
I've been painting.
It looks like it.
I got a little on the wall though.
You did?
They've said highs up there.
Yeah.
They've got a match from the property and they
Yeah,
pay by
I
height.
think Debbie's gonna be there
Well,
too.
that's cool. That's a great way to
Really?
go. Awesome.
Okay?
So I think there's like 16, 20.
Hey, I could buy tickets.
Wow.
The bears have come in, reaching to get a little, solar powered electric fence, and they've been known to reach through that and lock it super off
Oh, yeah.
and drag it off into the woods.
For sale.
Yep, yep. Actually, I'm going to. What you need? What can I do? So who's the jokester? Yeah, $1 no holler.
What?
I can't.
What's that got to do with you?
Yeah, really.
I wanted just this stuff.
$1 short.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, change.
There you go. Ah, now I've got it. Hey, Rod, I just got the dollar.
Way more than I used to. Never mind.
Oh, you're welcome.
Here it is, brother.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes,
Nice.
I know.
Good evening, how we doing?
Good.
Oh man, I didn't think I was gonna make it. I didn't realize 27 right there at Cedar Street exit.
Yeah.
It's backed up to Holt Road right now. I didn't think it was gonna be backed up that far, but.
Wow.
All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. You want to lead us or I got it? All right, I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And then we've got our Lions prayer.
Stand Lord, for thanks and praise to the giver of all goods, and may he fill our hearts with the spirit of brotherhood. Amen.
And Sid, do you want to introduce the? You want to introduce our guest speakers?
No, he's a guest, he's our guest, he's speaking.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought, who was introducing?
Sid, Lion Sid is gonna introduce his guest.
Ah, okay,
Go
go.
and sit, this is my son. Little Sid.
Oh, nice, nice.
Sid was before.
All right, so we're ready for the video? Welcome. You guys want to?
Normally we do the table with the guest, but.
Oh, the guest does. The guest starts out. Let's go ahead and do dinner then.
That's why I'm running, so we eat first.
That's right.
Now you know why I invited you.
Where's the, oh, here we are.
Yeah, she said she was coming from. 5:30 game?
Five.
5 games.
Nice and meat, legs.
But you guys gotta stay late, she can show up at 7 o'clock and do late.
Oh, is he?
So we do.
Oh, man.
I could.
No.
Okay. Right.
We need a suspension.
Oh, the restaurant.
One needs a suspension.
Been in a few times.
Proposal. I haven't seen you.
I know, you've been at the grill.
Go by.
You can't eat today? What you been doing?
Between, when you combine the two,
Oh.
plus we're still got tension.
For sale, I'm paying the
I
base
just need
rent today.
one.
Apartment plan
No,
yesterday,
you're good.
base rent today, I'm done.
You're one of
You got
the.
$16,000.
Yeah, she did. We go ahead and work for an hour later.
That's awesome.
Make you double, after the treasurer's report.
Down here
You should do
under,
anything under the sign that kind of guy has.
yeah, she hired it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, I'm not
He's
eating.
gonna do what you
I'm
got.
gonna get a to-go box, cause I'm a mess. You guys don't wanna eat after me. Huh? Oh. It wasn't this morning. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Make her dance.
Ugh,
How you doing?
started in Frankenmuth this morning and over to
That's a
Carroll.
beautiful city.
Frankenmuth is nice. It's real touristy, right? I
That's
mean,
what I heard, that
it's
it's
not
nice.
real touristy.
I just went there last weekend and was like, it's changed.
Have you ever been to Port Austin?
She's gonna get this to-go
Port
box.
Austin is at the very tip of the thumb.
Okay.
It's awesome. And I don't, hardly anybody ever even knows about it,
Yeah.
but.
By Dad
Past that. So it's literally the very tip of the tongue, the thumb. But if you Google pictures for Port Austin,
Hey, you know what, I would take.
it looks like you're in the Caribbean somewhere.
Does it really?
They've got, it is awesome. They've got rentals and Airbnbs there that you can rent. But I found it by mistake about, I don't know, about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a recruiting meeting, I was in Carroll. And the recruiter said, I said, what are we going to? He said, we gotta go to Port Austin. I said, how's Port Austin? It's like,
I'm doing okay.
We get out there, I'm looking around, going, this is a bumper.
He is not any better than it was last year.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
But they've got, and they don't have,
We've got a rough summer, it seems like I do.
but they got a lot of interviews.
Don't do very much and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about it, it's out,
It'll get better.
it's gorgeous.
I know memory will be real good.
There you go, yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna be here. My wife's looking at you.
Oh, I don't know.
She's got like a.
When the videos are
old
open,
thing on her
sometimes.
store.
Got the video back here.
She can't nip, so she's
Oh.
having it repaired,
Okay.
she's got it all up, but we don't know when.
Ah.
Supposedly it's an
And
in.
Doug, did you say you have a tail
No big
twister?
problem. I think you can go in now.
You do have a tail twister?
Yeah, you can get the gold box.
So weird.
And I wasn't even gonna comment, no, you know what, I'm gonna comment.
Yeah. We got home and couldn't get out of the meeting right away because we had a fight going on. And so by the time I started leaving, they were literally as small as I am. We had, no, it doesn't. We had a locust tree taken out a couple of years ago, and the entire length of it has got sprouts now. Some of them were as tall as I am, so.
Right.
Was chopping and pulling and all that stuff. Oh my goodness, sticking straight out. Sweat pouring down my face. Oh my God.
We have already made.
Right. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Yes. All the way around.
One is done a little more than 500 from.
Yeah, I got 5, 6 couple of them. Start planting sunflowers and a whole bunch of wildflowers, not a single one of them come up, but they told me not to go to one.
Yeah.
I mean, for I saw Facebook that they had signed.
Really, Mike? Oh.
If you were to check your.
Saw a bunch of the Optimists a couple
Oh,
weeks
really?
ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Huh?
We were on the.
I don't care, it doesn't bother me.
Emma actually was running it for our club, for the Catholic club, but she came up. I thought I was gonna be gone, it turns out,
Uh-huh.
what I thought I was supposed to be doing that weekend was the weekend before. So it worked out good.
Why did you go to Williams so much?
Oh, I didn't think about it. So I said, yeah.
I think that was the bucket across the roof, my car, a couple of branches that ripped off the.
Okay.
So one elk in there.
Folks from the,
Yeah.
I don't know, 5 teams there.
We'll start
Martin territory.
Teachers involved in that, they were new members, they go, hey, Emma.
Nothing going on yet there. This would be that little buck, I see, that little spike, you don't know what he's doing.
Well, we have time, so we don't have to games.
Yeah.
In the building, before the time we have to. And they can not get
Pretty
anything,
sure
they can drop in at other times, and they have to have their own office.
One of the 2 girls who was killed in that accident was the younger sister of one of our scholarship winners. Guinness.
Yeah, I don't think really think that, but, yeah, so.
The last name is Blue.
And
one of our
it's
scholarship
also,
winners.
yeah,
One of them is gone, the other one was up.
I haven't walked through the woods yet, but I walked through part of it, and it didn't look like it was too bad. I got a friend in Hull, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's something about.
Cleared the stuff out of the driveway, but it, the other day, about something in this day.
I have no
He's
idea.
already number 200 on the
We
list.
didn't have a meeting.
He says, they told him maybe 6, 8 weeks
So I'm gonna
probably.
mention that
The big road.
tonight, that we need to authorize moves for the year.
Considering
Reach out, and you'll like that.
property.
Our new business.
Oh, yeah, they had a great.
I can't help.
Pickup or whatever you want
On
to call
the way
it.
north, 7 o'clock in the morning.
My grandparents loved that place.
Our last night was nice, we did this over up in Red Lake, and just before we left, she says, let's check the weather. She said, looks like it's pretty cool out there, so she checked one weather station, I checked the other. We got back to the campground, and this is the
Railroad.
Oh, yeah.
So if they don't skip,
then I could get into the trailer.
There's no revenue coming in.
We actually found it.
You all have.
Okay, it was a good winter. It was just a heavy, heavy rain. But that was interesting.
There's a couple of restaurants. Well, yeah, one of the televisions.
Trip and skip, I had to
I have
skip
been
it
there.
way in advance for my friend Jay, who's taken on elder care and brought his mother back up from Florida a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice.
He needs to plan way in advance
It's called whites.
to get somebody to, one of his sisters to step in and take over
Buy their
for
products and stuff.
a week, a week.
Uh-huh.
November last year.
She got Betty Crocker in her pocket.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I did. When you got the old guys.
Well, I didn't want to put my hand in your food.
Well, they've got spoons and stuff.
I know. I didn't want to put my hand in my
Yeah,
own
looks
food.
like she's doing great. Cinnamon and white.
Yeah, I painted the floor,
Those are
the
really
floor.
good.
Basement floor gray.
I'm just saying.
The wall's
they're really
white.
good. Rosa tucked me in on one day.
Is that
Okay. She did, yeah.
In June.
Put in,
While we're out there,
Wow.
there's everywhere.
put raised carpet.
Oh, yeah.
On the bridge over the, Yellowstone Road.
Really?
I know. We did nothing about it. We happened to drive
Anyway.
They're gonna sell it. No, they're just gonna list it.
20 minutes down the street from where they happened.
Gone in a week.
First, we weren't aware of it.
It's by
Notice anything.
Krista and
Things in our trip.
Bruce's Shanda's daughter
Various people we got
is getting married
together.
next October, but they live
We
in
went
these
after
apartments
the
behind
history rail, we went to
shortstop.
National Park next door, we did the camp team up
Yeah, I
there.
don't know, they just don't know
Well,
if they
I've got
want
two
to live,
nephews
they
that
want to
live
live
there
in
years
these,
ago.
they want to live.
And they have no connection with
Well,
the park.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Buy houses.
haven't seen them in years. One of them maybe 7 or 8 years ago, or another one probably some years ago. So we had met with their wives, had to go there. Getting acquainted, sightseeing,
So just one bathroom.
hanging out.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms. The lady next door sold a couple weeks ago, and he had 7 offers.
I just realized there's still
2 days.
box of
That was a good response.
flags or skid
Probably
marks.
not safe up there.
Right next door, but she had, I mean, she had 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and 8 basement. I mean, it was a nice house. Down the street, he listed it at 232, we sold it the next day, I only sold for it.
I'll give you a look.
Well, good.
Yeah.
My daughter, she lived there, she fought over.
Oh, okay.
You just slide.
So, your daughter, how come you're doing all the work?
Yeah.
That's it.
Because she owes me a lot of money.
His name's still on the title, I bet.
Best I've got
Yes.
is
Tax
picture
is
marks.
ironic, is that what?
Farm, still
They
with
gave away the
so I gotta get with Ken, so I just,
bow and arrow that Emma had.
my money in the truck. I always like to take the one, it all has to go in the truck. So I just gave it to truck, and then once we get the land money, it should be about 10,000, I'll just put that back.
Yeah, that'll be good. I mean, they usually pays about.
Wow, he's helpful. Poor guy.
Dad always.
So that's,
I don't think it ever
now, we just need to strength train.
came out of the closet after you moved to Ligonier. Up on top of the hill in Osborne, there was a big garden, and it was useful for shooting hay trucks.
I got it.
And up there,
Long shut.
it didn't bother anybody once we moved to Ligonier,
Because
here
we
in
were
town.
before the, we'd be looking at it, then
They make
worked
me
out
mad.
that when.
They make me
My
mad.
dad had everywhere.
Hunting ones to tell us, that was what I was.
They had an engineer on
When was the friends from
Yeah.
USC?
Wow.
Long shuts.
Yeah, I got pictures of them.
It's almost down now.
He actually killed him, skinning him down.
Guys got a permit here, then all the storm happened.
And you know what?
We're supposed to do it on Thursday at the storm. Didn't come. Probably been doing barn tear downs and cleanups ever since. Got it.
They don't want to run with it, not good.
Yeah.
It was already sided in steel,
I like the sound of
so it's not really barn wood out.
First,
It's
yeah.
not barn wood, it's shed wood. There's no wood for that. No, like, you know, we're talking about this barn. They have cameras down here. He doesn't pay for any barn.
Right, I knew that.
Those people paid and
I knew
had
that. But if you get rid of it, they do tear it down, they do tear it apart.
well, yeah, and I'm sure that comes from this won't be it.
Ed and I are going up,
And
everybody's meeting.
After last 2 weeks ago when the storm
Apparently, they
hit.
were put on Coney Road, but you know what I heard last night? Road commission had a special meeting.
A roundabout, where?
In the dumbest place ever.
Yeah, the building place on the corner of Columbia and Piper Road. What?
Should, if it- anything, it should be college.
Yeah, definitely.
So they rented the town hall, and they're gonna have a public meeting there for all the township, you know.
And the problem
Yeah,
is,
that's a waste of money, but I don't know, maybe they have accidents down there, but
oh yeah, they
probably have more accidents.
But it was small, it wasn't.
The roundabouts will cause an accident too, this is quick.
But I wonder if it's
Yeah.
Columbia and college.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, it's a county good.
Well, I know from experience that it's just enough of a curve and just enough of a hill in Columbia that you can't see somebody coming fast.
Especially if
Yeah, if you're going north on college, it's a nice little.
Yeah, one time I was sitting there
And
and my
especially if it's
bumper,
at 5 o'clock rush hour and everybody's coming out.
angle up turn, yeah. I was sitting there, my bumper was bad, so we rolled, but when they came along with that truck that had a big bumper on it, and he smacked it. He didn't even stop, so. That's smart, yeah. She's not related, you are.
All right? I am just ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because there's already a four-way up in Davis, but I mean, there's two lines, and there's another four-way in Columbia, and really, this is, to have a roundabout in between, that's, you know.
when you look at the county road and what their figures, they're basing it on numbers that are.
No working, no fear.
It says right here,
No therapy.
that's right, no fair meeting into personal limits or property.
Colony Lakes has, I mean, I don't know where they're basing.
Slap your cat.
They haven't done a study that far west. They've done a study at college road. Columbia.
That's the whole point, you're not supposed to
There's no
know.
number. I'd like to go
You
there.
get half of them, you're lucky.
I look at the size of the Stacy, what did I do?
No, nobody ever pays attention to a lot of those details.
Way more.
I've been doing this for
Unless
decades,
there's
and I
a
only
big
had
subdivision that we don't know
a
about.
guy who only missed one question once. That was it. Closest we got to it.
Yeah, well, I know Susan.
That was a big convention in Myrtle Beach. The guy had just done the exercise on the other side. So that's how he got it. Surprising mystery.
You like those, $2 coins,
Yeah.
no pennies.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Just get my money out.
Reset.
The trivia? Okay. That'd be good.
And there's 2 seats left.
Mm.
Gary. There's people standing up, chair, and people are coming home, I sat outside. There were 5 right. Just stood around and
We'll give you another minute or so. You check yourself? Or are you getting the dollar out already?
I already wrote it down.
I'll get my dollar out. Not that I'll get any wrong, but. So it needs another minute. People need another minute? Can we go? Not gonna help you much?
I don't get one of them right. That's what I'm great for.
What'd you do while I was gone? Just got a pot. There's somebody
Right.
Well, I'm not Lynn Mark, but I can't play him on television apparently. This is a quiz that I used to do with my public relations students many years ago. I've done it for decades, to try to teach them about selective perception, selective attention, things like that. And so I revised it for today. So let's see how you did. Number 1, on the penny, is Lincoln facing more to your right or to your left?
Right.
He's facing more to your right, that's the profile, yeah. What president's on the nickel?
Jefferson.
Yes, it's Thomas Jefferson is on the nickel. Sometimes he's peeking at you, sometimes he's got his side to you,
for my phone.
but he's always Jefferson. Okay, on the dime, is Roosevelt facing more to your right or to your left? To your left, because people said he did that in life too, so but we won't go into that. Number 4, on the quarter, is Washington facing more to your right or to your left?
Well,
Right.
I don't remember.
Let me grab a cord. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure it's the,
I don't have coins in my pocket.
oh, here it is. He's facing to my left.
I
thought so. They say that it's easier to show people in profile facing to the left because a lot of the people who do the drawings are right-handed. So they start with the face over on that side, and that way you don't smudge things up. Okay, on the dollar bill, Washington facing more to your right or to your left?
right.
Yep, on the right. Okay, $5 bill? Lincoln. Same as the penny. I think he's facing to the right again. Whose picture's on the $10 bill? Nope. Don't make me sing.
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh,
His name is Alexander Hamilton.
I see he's on the
I was
20.
thinking about that.
What building is on the other side of the $10 bill? Alexander Hamilton was the first secretary of
Treasury.
so it's the U.S. Treasury on the back of the $10 bill. That's right.
You gotta have money to be able to look at that.
What building's on the other side? Oh, I got that already. Whose picture's on the $20 bill?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. Yep, I'll give you a hint, he is the president. Yes. Number 10, what building's on the other side of the $20 bill?
White House.
Where does the president live? The White House. Yes, the White House is in the back of the $20 bill. Now we get some interesting ones. Number 11 and 12. From 1979 to 2008, 2 women have appeared on the dollar coin. Who were they?
Susan B. Anthony and Sacagawea.
Yep, Susan B. Anthony and Sacagawea. We'll give you extra points if you can say who else is on that Sacagawea coin on the same side.
Elizabeth Clark.
Nope, there's a person on there.
It's gotta be that John Smith.
Nope, it's a baby. She's
Oh.
carrying a baby.
Okay. That
Anybody
makes
know the baby's name?
Baby.
Yep, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau. Very good, you get extra points. Yeah, very good. Yep. Okay, what appears on the back of the presidential dollar coins?
History. It's the only one.
The only time it's ever appeared on our currency, on the back of the presidential dollar coins, the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is on those coins. Now, the U.S. Government Accountability Office has stated that discontinuing the paper dollar bill in favor of the dollar coin would save U.S. government about $5.5 billion over 30 years. But Joe Biden doesn't like them, so that's why we're going to do paper for a long time. Believe it or not, he's the one who put the stop to the dollar coins. And don't get me started about why we're still using pennies. Okay. I'll collect for Lynn here.
We don't have penny candy anymore. Doug, you said this at the end of the video.
Yeah, I'll start the video.
no. Pick it up.
Dollar.
20.
No.
Why paper costs so much more than a coin?
Well, nobody's got any of it anyway.
Yeah.
Most of the currency in the United States has traces of cocaine.
Yeah, but that's not,
It's not
it'll
good.
just make you something, but it won't kill you, right?
It'll make you move a little fast.
We'll wake you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Chris wanted me to start our meeting tonight with a couple videos. The first video that we have, if it plays, is from the International Convention. None of us were there, so I thought I'd show you what it looked like. And then the second one is introducing our current international president, Patty Hill. So let's give it a try.
It's just so awesome to meet all the Lions from all over the world.
And more inspiration, more motivation, more practice.
It's unbelievable.
I love seeing all the flags.
I thought the plenary was really great, especially the entrance of the international president on the Segway.
This year, you've shown the world just how much is possible when Lions come together. We serve more than 500 million people. Together! And we did!
I know I'm helping other people, and that's the ultimate thing.
The biggest takeaway from all of the people on the panel was turn a negative into a positive.
I was inspired by the Lions Club International Foundation.
Together with our partners, we develop programs that bring hope to people in need. It's donations to LCIF that make this amazing, long-lasting service possible. Wow! Anyone's got to pay? It's got to be us.
think I learned a lot.
A lot of things I picked up.
I got great ideas to take home.
It is my honor to serve as your international president. Changing the world begins with you. It begins with each and every one of us. You know the needs of our world are growing, so we need to grow too. Mission 1.5 is our global drive to reach 1.5 billion members by 2027.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I am 100% committed. Challenge accepted.
Every time we get together, we just celebrate all the good work that we do and just make me properly aligned.
That one guy from India probably could get all the members they need from India. A lot of people there. And this was Patty Hill's introduction video. Not her biography, that's a little longer.
All around us are needs, but also opportunities to serve. Opportunities are put in front of us for a reason.
So what brings you here today? It's just been so hard.
It's always our choice whether we say yes or say no.
We can help.
Changing the world takes courage.
Yes, it's Patty Hill with the Lions.
The courage to look.
More to the right.
The courage to ask. The courage to collaborate. And the courage to act against all odds. Actions create spaces for people to thrive.
This looks good. You're gonna do great.
You got it!
Lions and Leos are changing the world. One life,
I got the job.
one community at a time.
Well, it's not Patty Hill, but it's our new president, Chuck Buck.
What's that?
Chris Buck, I mean.
I didn't have any music.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, good morning. Good morning, jeez, where I'm at, good evening. I sat down with Karen and Doug a few weeks back. I don't know, maybe it was more than that, it was a month ago, right? A little more than a month ago. And I said, I asked, I said, so what do I do here? And they've been coaching me through a little bit, and I appreciate that. And when I was asked by Doug a few years back to join the Lions Club, I don't think I hesitated. I think I said absolutely, right? Because I had gotten a taste of fraternalism through Modern Woodmen, and I was learning that. And prior to coming aboard with Modern Woodmen in 2016, I was in the military the whole time. So service was something that it was a way of life. It was just different. And I didn't really belong to a community when I was in the military, because you move around so much. And then I came here, my dad's lived here since 1980, I think, 82, somewhere around there. And I knew that I wanted my kids to go to school here, because I knew the community that Mason was. And when we came here, a lot of times in the past, you move into a community or military, and they're not as welcoming. And when I came here, one of the first phone calls I made was to the Little League softball, because my daughter played softball. She was really good. And I called the softball, and they said, well, you have to talk to the coach. There's only one team. They're called the Mason Bulldog. They're called the Mason something Bulldogs, I can't remember the first name. The Little Dogs, that's what they were. And I said, you gotta talk to the coach because the team is full. And I said, okay. So I called the coach and I told him who we were and we just moved into town. And she said, well, we got a full team. And I said, here we go again. And she said, you know what though? We got our first game, it's a doubleheader at Rives Junction, we're playing Jackson. Bring her out, we'll take a look at her, and I'll let you know after the game if we think we got a place for her in the team. Now my daughter grew up playing softball in California, and I'd say I'm born and raised in Michigan here. I said, but California though, it's a different level out there when you play baseball and softball year round. And my daughter coming from California was about 3 years ahead of her peers here. She was a right-handed hitter that could slap hit at 12 years old. So all I needed was an opportunity for Sydney to get on the field. So we go down to Rives Junction, and my daughter played second base, and she played catcher. And the coach at the time, Rebecca, what position? I told her, and she said, all right, she put her in halfway through the first game at second base. Nothing really happened in the second, but she went 2 for 2 hitting, a double and a triple, and she stole home. Once she got second game, she got in as a starting catcher. And she went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, a double, and a triple. She threw out a girl at second base, and I think she stole 2 or 3 bases. I can't remember, but she had a good game. And afterwards, Rebecca came up, and I said, "What do you think, Coach?" And she said, "We'll take her. We got a place." And I said, "Awesome." But that was my introduction to Mason, and it was more welcoming than any other community I'd lived in. California, Virginia, Florida, Maryland, Montana, name the state I served that I was in, and it was the most welcoming reception we had ever had. So then, fast forward 3 years later, and I get out of the Marine Corps, and I'm working with Modern Women. As a fraternal organization, you have to have a giving spirit, you have to have a giving heart. So I'm out in the community, I'm getting opportunities in Mason to give back to the schools, and the Legion, the Sycamore Garden Club, Doug, the Historical Society, and I'm getting a taste of this fraternal thing. So then it was only a couple years after I was with Woodman that Doug approached me and said, "Hey, we want you to join the Lions Club." And I said, "Okay, what do I need to do?" "You don't have to do anything, just give me your annual due." "Okay." So,
we made you be a guest speaker, I don't know.
Yeah, I was a guest speaker first, and I said, "Okay, easy enough." So then, as I matriculate through and I get on, I'm on the chamber board now. I was approached to be on the city council. I don't have time for that. I barely have time for what I'm doing right now. And last year, Doug says, "By the way, you know you're president next year." And I was like, "What?" So, I didn't know that part. That was part of the matriculate through as second and I'm vice. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll make time. I'll make this work." Because the thing about Lions Club and the other service organizations that we have, they're largely unrecognized. And I think when I sat down with Karen and Doug a couple months ago, I said, they asked me what are your goals and what are your objectives. That's what you should really talk about the first meeting. And I said, one of my objectives is to make the Lions Club more recognizable in Mason. Because the Lions Club is doing more than any other service organization in this community. But nobody knows about it. So objective is to raise awareness for the Lions Club of what the Lions Club does. We just need to build awareness, that's all. And then in turn, I think the ultimate goal is growth this year. We've already got one person. It's already brought somebody on the first meeting. And if everybody in the club can commit to one person, can everybody in here bring in just one person? We can double the Lions Club in 1 year. Now, imagine what that does though. That gives us more boots on the ground out, advocating for the Lions Club, doing events in the community, and then we can continue to grow from there. But one area that I really think that we should look at is the youth. We need to bring youth in. There are service organizations throughout this country that are struggling right now with membership because they're not bringing youth. The Legion, the VFW, look at your military service clubs. They're dying on the vine right now because they need to bring in youth and they're not doing it. We have a pipeline through the LEOs to do this. If you think about the largest demographic in the United States right now is no longer the baby boomer. It's millennials. But what is the largest volunteer group in the United States? It's the retired. I mean, some say, well, it's because they got nothing else to do, right? Who in here is retired? 3/4 of our club, I looked at the 3/4 of our club, I didn't know for sure, but I was looking at it going, wow, 3/4 of our club is retired. And that's what you tend to find in your volunteer service groups, your clubs, is this majority retired personnel. But we have a movement going on in the United States right now. Does anybody know who the largest growing volunteer group is in the United States? It's the millennials. And I'm seeing this when I recruit for Modern Wood. The millennials are out wanting to do service, community advocacy more than any other generation right now in the United States. And if we don't tap into that, we're going to make a huge mistake for our future. So the millennials, and now you got the Gen Z that's starting to come in there, or Gen Z or Y, which one are they? Z, yeah, they're coming in there now too. What's interesting is they think Gen Z will be doing more volunteer work in the communities without surpassing the size of millennials, will volunteer in their communities more than millennials are. You know, it's kind of interesting when you read up on the generations and what motivates them and inspires them. But if we can start finding the youth, if we can tap into Leos, if we can start talking to anybody that knows college students, and just talk to them about volunteering and giving back to the community that they went to school in, that they were raised in. Because another thing in common with Mason is if you were born and raised here and you graduated high school here, you come back here. There's a huge, strong community bond that comes out of Mason. So we beat it in them. Perfect. I was sold when I moved here. My kids graduated here. My daughter is still here. My son, unfortunately, is in the Marine Corps now, so he's in Hawaii. He's enjoying the weather. So an objective is, my objective this year is to raise awareness of the Lions Club and what the Lions Club is doing. I can do that through my own efforts with Modern Woodmen, with the Chamber. I can do that fairly easy. I have a lot of connections as well, but it isn't just one. If we can all just raise awareness, just tell people what we're doing. And then we can increase the membership, which then allows us a larger footprint to get out. So raise awareness and then an objective to grow. And if we can set a goal to bring in one more person, I've got 2 in mind that I want to get in to the Lions Club. So I want to see if I can double that goal with 1. But any questions of me? Is there anything else I should be saying or adding?
I'll do 2 also.
You'll do 2 as well? All right, I like it. I like it.
I invited 2 tonight that didn't show. I'll keep working.
I've got the gentleman that we did the check for the fire, the house fire.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was going to join, so I can go over and see him again. He asked, what can I do to return? And I said, just join Lions Club and be involved. And he said, done. So he'll be joining as well. All right. So we move on to the Secretary's report?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, you have in front of you the agenda. If you turn it over, you'll see the minutes of our last meeting, which was on May 24th. I know you all remember it vividly, but if you don't, you can always watch it on TV. But luckily the minutes are there, so you can read them. And I think I got most of it right. I had a couple people looking at it. Are there any additions or corrections at all?
Do I need to do a motion or something?
Yeah, somebody, you just ask
I
for.
move we
Yeah.
accept the minutes as read, or
Okay.
as I read. Okay.
Second. Treasurer's report?
So, it's our first meeting, I'll give a full report. Current balance in the administrative account is $6,410.93. Our gaming account is $12,374.80. Our donations account, and that's money that's not flowing from the gaming, is $3,838.56. And so, combination of gaming and donation, those are the accounts that directly go out to the community, is over $16,000. We need to spend some money, Madam President. We also, these we usually don't report in a meeting, but since this is the first meeting, our savings account is $5,029.30, and I've, Dark Bank doesn't report on a monthly basis on the level of the CD, so it started at $5,000. It's probably, I'm gonna make a wild guess at, somewhere around 5,100, since things are doing pretty good on the CD account, but I don't know what it is. So we've got that over $10,000 that's sitting out there that's available in a lot of different ways. The last time we spent money from that was for the Jordans to help out with them. That money came from the sale of the house that Terry managed, and the club worked together to basically fix up and flip a house in town. And so that money is available to use in many different directions. It's not restricted because of the way that it came in. And I will have a piece of, probably out of the old business that's not on that. I don't have an authorization for the amount of dues to build this year. And so I think we need to decide what that's going to be. We were not able to really put together a budgeting meeting this year.
Did national dues go up? National dues, did they go up?
Yeah, they went up a little bit, but we can discuss that when we get to that piece of old business, unless we want to do that now. It's up to line president.
Let's go ahead and do it right now then. You said it's coming up in old business?
It's not on that, but I just realized I was getting ready to write the dues bill and realized that I knew what we did bill last year, but I don't recall that we ever authorized what the due was this year.
Are you prepared to talk on it right now?
Excuse me?
Are you prepared to talk on it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's go ahead.
Okay, so international went up a few dollars, $3 or $4, so pretty marginal. We were throwing around some ideas last year about looking at ways to adjust how we build people. We put some folks that aren't able to attend regularly as at-large members, and we think there's some discussion that that is not a good idea at the international level, that we may want to have everyone be a regular member, because that affects our voting, but it would be a Mason Lions at-large member that's not billed for including the meals. We have one member that is, from International's viewpoint, a regular member, but is a life member of the Mason Lions Club, and that essentially covers all dues, including the meals. So it covers that, what had been $175. So looking at the numbers, we're making a little bit of money, but with the meals, we're billed for 20 meals. But we're down to 22 members, and of those members, we have 3 right now that are essentially at large that don't pay for meals except when they come for a meal. So I'm a little concerned as to how that's going to balance out, and our overall administrative account is covered more than I'd like by what we make from MSU. And I don't know, I mean, I'm missing 2 games this year. Ruth's going to miss all of them. Other people are missing games. We're only doing 5 games, or 6 games instead of 7 this year. So that's going to be down this year for the club. So my recommendation is that we keep it the same and look real close next year. Plan on having a really close look at where dues are and where we're going with that. in March or April. Now, if we get 6 new members in that are coming in and paying, you know, our $175, it's a whole different world. Because that's helping to cover for that meals, because that meal is a flat rate. If we have one person show up or 20 people show up. If we start looking at getting 30 people show up, we're gonna have to talk to Jamie and talk about the amounts. So, that would be a good thing.
I move we did what we do then what we did last year.
Second.
What was that?
So, that's $175
Gotcha.
for regular member and $75 for at-large members.
And grow membership.
Probably should vote on it.
There was a motion and a second.
How much I mean, if we do $75 for the at large, how much are our dues total per year? It's gotta be close to that, right?
It's, yeah, just under $70. It depends a little bit because there's, for international dues and for MD 11 dues, family members are billed at 50%. So the summer bill for a regular member was $23, and we've got 4 family members, I think it is. And within that, they were billed, rather than 23, they were billed at $11.50. And it's the same thing with MD 11, but that's only like $5 versus $2.50 for a half year. So there's a discount at the international and, you know, multi-district level for family members.
So, take a vote on it, you said, Doug?
Yeah.
All those that leave it the same?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Might be a good time to bring up that, we didn't do this last year, but those of you who've been in the club a long time remember that we have committees. And I have a committee sheet up here with the names of the people who were on those committees last time I looked. If you don't want to be on that committee, you can cross your name off. If you want to be on a committee, put your name down. But I think we have a committee for audit and finance. That might be the committees that could take a look at the dues initially. Right now, I think it's just got Ken Matthews on it. Just a point of information. Oh, I think I put Rich on there too.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Dave has been on it as well.
Yeah, I think Ken and I were gonna audit the books and.
Yeah. I think
Here we are. Speaking of Ken, does anybody know how Ken is doing?
No.
Well, I didn't know if he was, what's that? Oh, it's been quite a while ago. I heard he was doing all right. But I didn't know if he was driving, I was gonna see if he was.
So we're gonna remain the dues the same for now, and then have the accounting committee look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And was that it for the treasury report?
Move to accept the treasurer's report.
Second.
Am I supposed to be hitting the table? Yeah.
No.
No, you're just supposed to have to do both, probably.
I don't wanna bang on the table.
I always just say, all those in favor say aye. Nobody opposed. And I just say the motion passed.
Okay, so the treasurer's motion passed?
And nobody objected.
Nobody said it, no.
Unless Tommy Tuberville is here, we can do it by unanimous consent.
Who is the Leo's report? Club
Me
report?
this time?
Karen?
Yes, whoever was last at the League Club meeting. I went there last week and it was a lively group. They started out with an ice cream social as a way to get other kids into the group. They had 20 kids initially. Some of them had to leave for soccer and other activities. So we ended up with 14 kids. Tomorrow, Doug and I are gonna do some officer training, very informal, like 7.5-hour minutes for president. Minutes, so 7.5 for treasurer. Doug's gonna do 7.5 minutes each for a couple of them. So that's gonna be a short oversight type of thing for the Leo Club. They're going to nominate their officers next week, and the following week, then they will do the elections. Let's see here. Okay, that's it for Leo Club report for now.
Old business?
Let's see, first thing is a report on stand celebration and donation. Rich can tell us about that.
So we received, to this date, $450 in Stan's memory. There's 2 cards that Doug had sent on to me as well, so, and this is, you probably have this, that's a printout, of the addresses of the donations.
I gave Chris the note cards.
I got it.
Okay.
Those will be going out by Friday.
The club bought some note cards and envelopes so that we could do thank yous.
Did you get the one from Terry McGinley from?
Sounds familiar.
He's way up in the UP.
It sounds familiar.
Family picnic report?
We had a good time.
Yep.
I don't think that we had any issues or anything.
No, we didn't have any real discussions. We had good food and gave out gifts, thanking people for the roles they played last year and for being members.
Man, there was a young couple there that was playing with my dog the whole time. Does anybody remember who that was?
Tony's kid, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Does anybody have their contact info? Cause I wouldn't mind reaching out to them.
What's that?
They were very interested in. That was your grandkids?
Granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, which was,
And,
I don't remember which one,
Yes.
was it Amanda?
Yeah,
It was
Amanda.
It was Amanda?
And British.
You're gonna end up recruiting 6 this year, aren't
I've done it before.
you? They were really interested in, and they were asking a lot of questions about mine stuff, and I said, you know what, I'm probably the wrong one. Don't ask anybody else yet, but no, I was talking to them quite a bit. They were pretty interested.
I started collecting door prizes, folks. I now have a $50 gift card for gas and 2 $25 gift cards for gas. So you don't want to miss the picnic next year.
Eye health presentations in July and August.
Yes, I managed to do, we did one in May, and it's in the news articles that we passed out. And then I did one in July for the seniors group at the City Hall, and then one again in August for the Optimist Club, Kiwanis Club. So the only one I haven't done as far as service organizations is the Optimist Club, because I already did Rotary before that. So I've made the offer for other groups as well. Karen and I put that together before the pandemic, and it's not a very long thing, and they love it. So it works out really good. Just let you know.
Report on Hall of Fame induction.
That was a very nice dinner, they always are. I was honored to be one of the people inducted this year. Rather than going into the biography of how I got there, what I did was passed out the talk that I gave that night. It's basically a thank you to an assortment of people that were there and who have helped me along the years. On the backside are a couple of cool photos that were taken that night. One was my whole family was there, all my brothers and sisters came to town. We had lots of brothers and sisters from as far away as southern Georgia and central Kansas, so that was quite a neat day. Jeff's brothers and sisters, brother and sisters were there as well. And the bottom picture is the group of us that were inducted that night. It was a really nice event.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Report on Mason Cares Day.
Mason Cares Day was Monday, and I did my usual with my Big Lions Billboard shirt on, registering everybody. We had a good group of people that came out, groups from various companies and organizations all throughout town. We managed to get the fire trucks and the fire station cleaned up pretty darn well. This was the first year that I can remember that we pretty much assigned all the jobs out to people, and they did them. They had a ceremony in the evening after that as well, and then there was a fire call right after that. So
Yes, there was.
you're on business, you're in business right away. Yeah. But the biggest thing was, of course, dealing with all of the donations of water that came in from Modern Woodman. But we managed to unload it all, because that was a lot of stuff, a lot of water. So
thank you for
We
doing
were
it.
supposed to have Gatorade there too.
Oh, yeah, there was Gatorade. I thought you said beer? No, no.
Chief said no on the beer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How about the disaster grant?
Well, you can talk about the person who got it. Stan and Karen arranged for that through the Lions of Michigan Foundation. And so that came through, when did that come through?
Well, we were already out west when.
End of June,
because it
something
was-
like that?
Yeah, well, we had to wait, there was a big timeline because we had to wait for the fire report. And that took a
Yeah.
while for the investigator to get out and everything. So once we finally got that, then it was no problem getting it through the foundation. Well, then we had some logistics issues between people, us being out of town, Doug being out of town. But we did Chris finally got the check to the Cartwright family. So you can talk about that, Chris.
Yeah, it was, I didn't meet the rest of the family. His place of business is right there off Cedar Street, where the Legion is, the American Legion and the helicopter out front. His place of business is actually attached to the back side of that building. So I ended up meeting him there, and he had a couple of employees there, but he was extremely thankful and very humble when he received the check. And he was the gentleman that asked, what can I do? What can I do to give back? What can I say? And I said, just join the Lions Club and pay it forward. So that was, and we talked for about 20 minutes about the fire in the house and everything, and he's total disaster. He's gonna be rebuilding and all that, but it was a great guy, and I told him if he could, I don't know if I overstepped, but I asked him if he wouldn't mind coming out to the Lions Club one of these days. He's up for it, and just saying thank you to the club. And I'll ask him that again when I talk.
I think the last guy that said thank you ended up joining, right, Pat?
I think I was already at
MSU football games, did you already cover that?
No. We've got, 2 games under our belt. So far, we've got about $1,000. We're averaging about 10 people a game. 4 home games in a row. One coming up Saturday, the game starts at 5, have to be there at 3. And we need to, and it's our turn to stay late again. So that means 4 people need to stay there basically the whole game. We've got Rod's gonna stay. And I imagine Deb and I will probably stay again. So we've got at least 3, we can probably handle that. But our next time that we have to stay late is gonna be the Michigan game on the 21st. And Deb and I are not gonna be staying. She said 2 out of 3 is enough.
What date's that?
It's a Saturday, the 21st, no time.
I should be
Yeah.
available for that.
October.
October.
Not November.
October.
I told him I'm well worked out.
Can you educate me on the game? Do you go and watch the game as well? No. After you work, oh,
Well, you can.
is it
We-
tickets or is it parking? What's the duty? It's just standing tickets.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They were handing out tickets if you wanted to go watch the game when you come in, right?
Oh, were they? I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I remember being asked, or maybe it's just the first game,
Could be.
but nobody was there.
You can watch the game?
Yeah, they ask you to turn your shirt inside out so
Yeah.
you're not event staff
Yeah.
sitting in the stands. Yeah,
I never knew that.
well, there you go. You learned something today.
I guess if you don't ask and
Yeah.
don't hear.
Usually when they release us, I'm on my way out. I don't stick around and watch the game. I'd rather go home and sit in my easy chair and watch the rest of it. So anyway, so far so good.
Yeah, I think that the, new way with the metal detectors,
It worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
way better. It gave that, had everybody, that crowd is 15 feet away from
Yeah.
us. That was nice. That was awesome.
Three metal detectors, and they funneled everybody in through 3 metal detectors.
We need one for alcohol.
They're gonna start selling them all Saturday.
This game is the first
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah, seriously?
Yeah.
That'll make it interesting.
Anything for a buck.
Yeah.
You see
So-
one now.
So far, so good.
Now it's gonna be interesting before and after.
Yeah, you can get out of there.
Poker room?
Let's see where we're at here. Right now, this is coming up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday now. This is different than normal. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we have Wayne and Dave signed up to do both of the shifts on Monday.
What's the date?
Yeah, what's the date?
That's October 16th. And then on Thursday, October 19th, Karen and Jeff are signed up to do both shifts. So where we need people is on Tuesday and Wednesday. But I'll pass this around and you can take a look. I'll do it today and then we'll do it again next time. Just to let you know where we're at.
Down home days?
Down home days. I'm going to pass this around. Jeff and Karen have agreed to help set the thing up sometime between 7 and 8. This is this Saturday. We have some help coming in for Karen from 9 to noon. Kay Olson is coming. She's going to be there for Eversight, and Eileen Delaney is going to be there for Leader Dogs, with a little Leader Dog. So, and you're all welcome to stop by any old time. But we do not have anybody signed up for noon to 3 or for takedown from 3 to 3:30. The other thing on this sheet is something that the Leo Club has been doing, which is the Crop Walk for Hunger. We promoted that about 3 years ago. But I'll be there to sign up volunteers on that particular Sunday. I've also included, in case you're curious about where our booth is, we're down home days, a little map in here. Shows where the Lions are. So, pass this around.
And one other thing, the fire department pancake breakfast is Saturday too.
Yeah, what doesn't happen this Saturday happens on October 7th, but just to let you know, there's a whole lot of stuff happening in town, both this Saturday and then again on October 7th. The city's having their open house, they're planting tulips, we're doing a home tour, there's a thing going on at the old Boy Scout campground, and all sorts of stuff going on October 7th as well. But the crop walk is the next day on the 8th. So that's for down home days.
Any other items?
I did, just a quick on the down home days, they're gonna be billing us the $100 for the 2 booths, and we'll be paying that shortly, but I saw that we could get a discount on our booths for spring fling, so I went ahead and paid for those with my credit card, so we saved $20 for spring fling. Just let you know that.
Does anybody remember the hours of down home days?
Yep, 9 to 3.
On all these.
9 to 3.
You wanna look at them again for a reminder?
Yeah, thank you.
Any other items?
No.
New business, celebrate community activities.
Okay, the usual things for Celebrate Community, that getting all 4 groups together, information is on your table, along with an explanation. And what we're trying to do this year is have all 4 groups raise money for renovating the roof on the museum and the front entrance for the, and inside for the library. The library is a bigger job, but they've got grant money and stuff that'll help them do it. The museum doesn't have any grant money yet, anyway. We're still working on it, but at any rate, so we're starting to collect some money, and we have jars for Saturday and some cards here for people to take with little pledge cards and envelopes. So if you want to make a bigger donation, you can. So far, attributed to the Lions, we have had between library and the library, if you want to make a donation to the library, you can make it to the Friends of the Mason Library, because that's the 501c3. And then if you do it for the Historical Society, it goes to the Mason Area Historical Society, because they're already a 501c3. And the library has received already over $500 from the Kiwanis. And attributed to the Lions Club is a little over $500 for the library as well. And the museum for attributed to the Lions is another $500. So we're ahead. We're over $1,000 now
that is attributed to the Lions Club on this project. And I still haven't heard from Optimus and Kiwanis yet, but they have all the materials that everybody else does. And after Saturday is when we try to do the accounting, and the report has to go into international. And I do the report for all 4 service organizations. Just show you really quick I have a video for it. Take a look at the closed caption. They say that the Optimus are Optimus, like Optimus Prime. It's really fun. Pick up, dude. There it is.
Lions and Leos,
Members of Rotary,
Optimus.
and Kiwanis family.
the week of September the 11th, our organizations will join forces to celebrate community by doing what we do best, strengthening communities and improving lives.
We encourage all of you to join together this initiative by addressing causes such as health and wellness, food insecurity, and the environment.
So feed the hungry, paint the playground, or find another need in your community and plan a project that can make a difference.
And don't forget to promote and share your service project on social media using the hashtag #CelebrateCommunity. Let's show the world what we can accomplish together.
Okay, well, I'm not big on hashtags because people aren't looking for Celebrate Community anyway. But we'll be posting that up on our social media as well when we get the project finished. So this is the 3rd year of Celebrate Community, and the other service clubs have been very cooperative. Some of them give us more money than others, but Kiwanis normally comes in first or second. Right now they're second, so we're first, so that's good. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you really quickly is that the group called 100 Plus Women, have you heard of those people before? They had a meeting here last week, and they voted to give their quarterly donation to the Historical Society for the roof. And that should be something over about $4,500. So how much does it cost to do the roof? Well, you can read the fine print on the back of that one handout, but we're trying to collect 28 grand for that, because that's how much it's gonna cost. And we're trying not to dip into too much of our other capital reserve, because there are other little construction projects to do at the museum. But I gotta lay into our president, Charlie Herrick, for the Historical Society, because he's a member of Rotary. So, they had to come across.
Do I read the eyeglass collection as well?
Oh, they are doing a yearly eyeglass collection again, like they did last year. And so at some point in time, I'll get with Lynn and Cindy, and we'll go ahead and we'll probably do a glasses counting thing again. I went to Lindsley to get my eyes examined today at 11 o'clock, and they said, before you leave, I have an entire trunk and back seat full of glasses. And I'm getting Dr. Chad to come and talk to us. Don't have the date yet, but he's gonna come and talk to us about their latest mission trip. And he is so thankful, like he was last time when he talked to us, about all the things that Lions Club has done for them. So you'll be glad to hear about that too, when that comes up.
Any other new business?
The other thing that I had is I put on the table information about the Leadership Institute. That's coming up at the beginning of November. I think Karen and I said that Chris should go to that.
This is your last chance to see me in action, since I'm retiring after this year.
Yep, she's a super trainer, so she'd be glad to help you out.
Yep.
I'm gonna be doing,
It is a good session.
I'm gonna be doing the Faculty Development Institute, which is the one that I need to do in order to be able to do what I'm doing now for the state. Not only was last year the first year that I was the district public relations chair, but
now for the next 2 years, I'm the state public relations chair for the Lions. So
Don't we pay one of our people if they go to?
I got paid last time for the Leadership Institute.
Yeah, we'll cover it. Is that a line item in the budget? I think it is.
We talked about it, I know.
Yeah, I think it's a line item in the budget. I found my picture the other day of when I graduated from the.
Yes, I found my certificate in my notebook.
It's what, about 2003? Yes, I think it was 3 or 2, yeah, right in there. And most of us are still members. I know.
Yeah.
Most of us are still alive.
Any other new business? Announcements or reminders?
That's technically when we talk about the 50-50 and the joker draw. Because we're trying to be discreet, we don't put it on our agenda that way anymore. Because the state of Michigan might not like that. And we have a contract with the state of Michigan for gaming, so we gotta be careful.
You got your glasses on.
Oh, I got my glasses on.
Terry.
Wing number 846-8384.
Remember.
8384?
Yep.
I got
Well, that's
83,
me.
83. $11.
All right. Let's see. Who do I want to give it to? The library or the museum? Well,
Hard to split $11.
it is. So I guess I have to put another dollar in with it. So.
All right. Joker draw. So the Joker draw is up to $92. I'm Melinda. What do we come up with here?
We have 062530.
Yes.
All right.
I hope you get it.
Perfect. I know the Joker was in here this evening. I checked to see if it stayed there through the summer. Oh, 8 o'clock.
Excuse me, Chris, I have another item of business I forgot.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
You didn't get it?
When I have a new business, okay? Because Rich and I talked about this briefly, I think it might be a good idea for the club to contribute to the Celebrate Community causes. So I'm making a motion that we write a check for $250 to each group. And Rich just seconded it.
I did. We need to spend money.
Any discussion on it?
Any other announcements, any reminders?
Wait a
We
minute.
need to vote.
No, I'll vote.
How was that? For $250 for each group?
Each, $250 for each group, yeah.
For $500.
$500 total.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right.
Thank you very much, I'm glad. You reminded me of it.
Anything, any same ground, anybody got any final reminders, announcements?
Oh, I did. Oh, he's not here. Thanks, Lord. I have one other thing I forgot about. We have a years of membership chevron here for Lion Terry for 40 years as a Lion. Congratulations.
Well, you really are old, aren't you?
Getting there.
And on that positive note, we are adjourned.
One thing, flags going in Friday is POWMIA Day, if you're wanting to know why the flags are up Friday.
Thank you.
Early.
That'll be a thrilling thing to take a look at for the homecoming parade, that's also that day.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be up,
Okay, cool.
I have to find my.
God willing.
And the creek don't rise too high.
I have to find my little.
You gonna lose it at the bottom?
Well.
No, I'm the American Legion.
Soap and bat, trying to get paint off me.
No. Not that I know of. There was
Clipboard.
Fireworks, they have even sold their motherboard or whatever.
John used to do that, right, the board?
Yeah, yeah.
It was the route to crowds to different lots of this is why they're not good.
We used to volunteer work the streets.
Parking and all that. Volunteered off the road for a number of years. Yeah, but the big guys gotta come back and go up on top. You can bring them back though.
You know,
None.
There we go, sir.
I just didn't expect that.
There's an outside agency that handles all the shipping stuff and the expensive ways. These folks are good at selling that.
I'll take those if you wanna take care of them.
There's a line of and people
That's my,
that is the reason not to do it.
Says right there.
Take a look at what the deadline is, because it might be something that is for something else. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah, maybe not, oh, then it's not really sure. I didn't know about this last year. Did you have,
I'm not part of the male party.
How old is he now? Come on.
Okay, Oakley will be 1 next week.
okay.
Yeah, I think she's.
And how's big sister dealing?
She's doing good. She's doing good. She's great with her sister. She loves her sister. She's in her face all the time. I always have to say, back up, get off her, leave her alone. I mean, she's a living baby now, you know?
First
So
road
that's
right there, not even a quarter of a mile. It only goes, it goes to the.
They're good.
You make a left on that.
Does he have them full time?
At least 3 times a week. Okay, sometimes more. And, yeah, and then, I also started teaching at preschool, that's on Wednesdays.
It's still plugged in.
So, and,
Oh,
yeah. Really good. But that's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good. And I was telling Jennifer that,
That's
I
old,
also have a meeting
bunker.
at 6 o'clock.
They're down in bunker.
So,
I got a pretty good
we'll be apart
size.
again.
Yeah.
I just like this too
You
crazy
do what
right
you
now.
can, and we're going to.
Exactly, exactly. And both of these are.
Right on bunker.
I'll just get through the last thing. I'm here, I'm just not visible a lot.
Yeah, well, we know you're there, that's what counts.
Well, thanks.
He's now first generation.
Nice to see you guys. Things crazy at your place? Things so crazy at your place?
Today was actually the first day. I was slow, so I started washing the windows on the outside.
Oh, I mean,
Oh, I was
they
gonna
got quite a
say.
bit of land right there too. They just between you and,
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
You know who has a lot of
Yes.
Very good job. I leave streaks and I'm not cheating.
There you go.
You're on Forsyth.
Yeah, and I started washing windows today.
You said the job you did didn't last.
Well, it wasn't very good when I did it either.
You said it was a year ago, I was just giving you a hard time.
I don't wash windows anymore.
But you're so tall, you're good at it.
I don't know.
Like
It's
playing
that
basketball.
rub it on, rub it off, and
Not just the tractors themselves.
and then,
Yeah,
and then the
spray stuff.
then the sun comes in and it looks hell anyway.
Yeah.
Another client over in,
Look at, you're on camera.
yeah, they're his grandson.
Well, Jenny,
His grandson.
need your prayers again. I think he's got more surgery coming on Friday.
His grandson.
Cancer.
Committees,
Dealing with that now for
telephone days.
Yeah, sure, he has 2 surgeries. I have another radiation.
I got a leave before you.
They got over cancer, but they don't have it.
Doug has them?
I met him, I called him.
She'll be in my prayers again. They do work. I'm not kidding, they work.
At least good news that they.
So nobody's ever get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Working farm hours, nobody cares.
My wife was once I've known her for almost 50 years, over 50 years. She never likes to wear hats. Now she wears a hat all the time.
I never wore it.
And I said, all right.
Even in the
So I
winter.
got there
Yeah.
at 4:30.
Yeah, she never wore hats.
Did you just pick up my stuff off of here?
I wasn't gonna take that heavy
Yeah, but where did that-
She'd wear earmuffs, but she
I
wouldn't
was
wear
driving down Lanesburg Road and I saw a
You're
mailbox.
welcome, thank you.
Corner. So I pulled in real quick and knocked on the door.
I know,
And
right?
a guy my age came to the door.
All right, I will see you when I see you guys.
Corner here.
Are we recording?
Know about these shirts?
Yes. It was for me. I have I had 2 shirts. Karen took one. These are, I just donated. They've been in my closet, never used, but it's a man's purple shirt. Anybody can have it.
Corner here?
It's a large.
Oh.
I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. So that was,
Yep.
he has a power retractor.
Oh, there you go.
I never
I
gave him
didn't
a
think
hat.
about that.
We never gave him a hat.
There you go.
Got a badge.
It should fit him.
Yeah, I have a pin ordered for him, but I don't know that it came in yet.
No, Chris. Oh.
For you.
Okay. Or not.
All right, I'm gonna give these to you.
Good to see you, Jenny.
Fit you, Mike, fit Chris.
That's it. I look the same way. I'm the same way.
Take care, everybody.
We'll see you.